Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, once again, like it or not, Internet, here we come. It's showtime. Hi, guys. I'm back. Again. First thing we'll be doing tonight is trying to track down and murder the two dudes who weren't spawning the other night. For the Assassin's Handbook quests. Gotta kill 4 dudes, get 4 keys to enter past the Pentis shield. Let's check. Alright, we've got that. I think I left a body on ice, so to speak. Not there. Yep, I did. Guess where they're going. Yeah. Is it soup yet? Soon. Alright, that will get us up to about 190,000 milliliters. I don't think I've got any other immediate making needs. Hello there. Added Jimmy 894. I hope that is correct. Thank you very much. You get my little spiel. Here it comes. Welcome to my humble little stream of misfunction, malfunction, dysfunction, and frequently complete and total unfunction. You're most welcome indeed, and thank you very, very much for the follow. Hi there and welcome. Let's see. No, we don't have to. Anything else to start cooking? So we are going to head off all the ways down here and see if we can't kill those people. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I can just talk the codes out of their hands. Probably not, but maybe. Let us check and see. Make sure everything is okay here. Yes, yes. All right. And we're off. There we go. And we're coasting. Two kilometers away, that's about 1.24 miles. Approximately. Made it. I had no doubts. We were in the clear the whole way. It is a sandworm they have down there. All right, we will. Wrong button, right button. There we go. And we will swap into our combat gear. Almost all of our combat gear, that is. There we are. We've got, looks like, 3 individuals. 2. one. And that is presumably... That is indeed the guy I needed. Let's see. Grab. Grab and grab. I'm just grabby. Grab, and we'll go ahead and... They're not using their blood anymore, so... Well, now we'll see if this one's got any friends with him. The actual named bad guy then. That was the named bad guy. That was not very tidily done, I must say. I prefer to be neat and tidy in these things, and that was hardly that. Alright, well, we have, this guy gets to keep his blood. I think it's very kind of me. Now, I thought there was another person in here. No, it's just a chest. And we've got a regular chest over here. And another one over here. Alright. So now, use the shield assembler on the last pentashield. We're off for the pentashields. Nobody around. I think I need... Yeah, I need a band to get past that. I'm guessing that somebody's been through here recently and killed all the bad guys.
Safeguarding our future, so too the Shai-Hulud remind us of the genesis of all things, the origin without beginning, and admonishes us against our forgetting. But we do not forget. No! For that is what Shai-Hulud demands, that we are steadfast, that we endure, that we are ever changeless in our remembering. In direction, Shai-Hulud is unwavering.
That should be
in judgment,
all we need.
resolute. In movement, inexorable. In authority, absolute. We must, Kharet, shoulder this burden and win the rewards of the faithful. We carry the words, and we triumph over our adversaries. But not all Fremen have kept their law.
You got one. Looks like. Or two, possibly. That one missed me. I did not miss that one, however. Did they come back in? Not yet. Oh, I think they died right at the door. No, they didn't die because they're coming back. Hi. I hear somebody still shooting at me. Sounds like it. Yeah. They're shooting at somebody. If it was me, it's not me any longer. Alright, where's the key to that room? Is it over here? Can't remember. Can't expect me to remember. That was like 2 days ago. Yeah, that's... And now we've got the pentashield codes. Oh, that's right. This is just a loot room. Over here, I think. We need to cut it in. Cut in it again. Oh, no, it's just... Alright. Here, I didn't think so. There wasn't one I came in previously and didn't have the pentashield keys. But now I do. One. 2. 3. 4. And use the shield dissembler.
I knew that you would come. I saw you in my dreams.
Too much spice.
Even my loyal lieutenants were unable to keep you at bay. And for what?
Scratch on my face.
I
don't know how
did
got it.
everything that they asked of me.
But who asked?
Find the Fremen. There were no Fremen to find. So I did the next.
Another one of my predecessors.
I created new Fremen. Better.
Killed the glutton. He had a
My
V glowing on his
master.
cheek. We have a the
Still,
eye glowing.
it's never enough.
I'm guessing we're
Tired of
version
being
6. She and
tired
the glutton
of the voices that they put in
are
my
simply
head.
version 5.
Please,
I bet she's going to have a glowy V on her.
one way or another. Heavens stand open and scatter their riches. My hands need but gather their will. Why do I think of an ambush and poison in my molten cup? Why do I feel my years? Love's arms beckon with their naked delights, and Eden's promises of ecstasy. Why do I remember the scars, dream of old transgressions? And why do I sleep with fears?
And is she going to have a glowy cheek with a V on it? That's my bad. There it is. Yep. So she is version 5 of whatever we are. We're version 6. That's my assumption. Presumably no fat loot in here. Exit the place of contemplation. I like what she's done with the place. She had style. I mean, she was crazy, but I mean, she had style. I will exit the place of contemplation. Paranoid Holtzman shield, huh? Talk to Alara Tuek. She's in Arakeen, I think. Never remember. Doesn't say where she is. Oh. Ding 139. I don't like respawns, really. Just don't like them. be a scam or fraud phone call, so I'm going to mute for a second. I'll be right back. They hung up, as they almost always do. They don't like my message. Good. Should be close to the border. No, not really close to the western edge. North it is, then. I do have a sandworm. Dead one. There's a thread on Reddit today about the fact that we can't see the artificial horizon we need to use to fly. And it really is annoying. Yay, I can actually see it now. That's the kind of thing that's actually important to flying. Quick Google and see where Alara Tuek is. I can't remember. I think it's Arakeen. Nope, Harco Village. I was mistaken. Oops. Harco. A nice orderly town, Harco Village. You'd be safe living there as long as, of course, you didn't piss off the wrong person. Whee! I bet I probably have taxes too. Am I carrying enough? I think I'm carrying enough. Oh, I do have some funds in the bank. Alara, Hi, kitten.
Oh, look, the kitten is back. Do we have business?
Let's discuss the Assassin's Handbook.
Oh, very good, kitten. Both of your targets are dead. But I have not received new instructions for you yet. Return later, and I will have more.
Actually, I wanted to ask you some questions about the targets.
About the dead people? Well, color me fascinated, kitten. Most people want to put that sort of thing behind them.
You know where they both had glowing marks beneath their skin?
Glowing marks? No, but it sounds fascinating. Or deranged. I suppose our mutual friend knows, but he isn't telling.
I'll come back later. Return to Haga Basin and await further instructions. Sure. Probably the instant I get back. Back in my still suit. I get 6,000.
You're back?
What about it? Is it on fire? Wait, what? Huh? What the shit? Why so much? I have literally no idea why it's so much. I mean, I have 2 houses, but only one of them is an advanced sub-fief console. Which would be 4,000, I thought, and then 2,000 for the extension. Where are these numbers coming from? I have no fucking clue. $14,000. I have no idea what the hell that was. No idea. That was approximately 26,000 more than I thought I owed. Where's the goddamn bank? That's ahead of ours. Show 'em exchange.
Welcome. Would you like to deposit? How much Solaris would you like to withdraw?
Well, I don't have enough, do I? Presumably they took all my cash. Yes, they did. I have no idea what the hell just happened with the money. And I'll go out on a limb and say the entire payment system in this game with the bank and everything is just ridiculously stupid. You can pay some things with the bank, but you can't pay everything with the bank. What's the point of the bank then? Sure, you can put items in it. I get the point for that. I don't understand the expense at all. I honestly don't understand it. I only have one advanced sub-fief. Why am I paying for 2? I don't understand it at all. And unsurprisingly, I'm not enthusiastic about it. I mean, I took... Oops, we don't want that side for sure. I had 2 advanced sub-fiefs. I turned one of them into a regular fief, which theoretically I shouldn't get charged for at all. So I'm irked. I will, after stream, attempt to figure out what the hell is going on with the pricing. Because that's an enormous amount of money. Oh, I'm tripping balls. Okay. Pardon me, I'm going to hallucinate for a little bit, a minute or two. What deep? Good-looking character, though.
This next canto is disturbing. You have my sympathies. If your tongue offends, remove it. If your eyes cause you to stumble, pluck them out.
Got myself shaving.
Now, you descend into the sightless zone.
It can't be the sightless zone if I can see it.
And now, our next and finest experience.
The sand tiger shark.
Cacharius taurus.
Native to Old Terra. The sand tiger.
Displays a curious reproductive strategy. One of intrauterine cannibalism. When the largest embryonic shark reaches a certain size threshold, it kills and devours its siblings. In the blackness of the primordial pocket ocean, that is the sand tiger hides its fellow embryos, absorbing their nutrients and achieving exponential growth. When the lone
There's a lot of good meat left on that leg.
emerges from the womb, it is stronger and better able to deal with predators and hunts. And what of you, little Adelphage?
My phages. Eater, Adelpha.
Are you enjoying your recent
Brother or sibling, I think. Yeah. sibling. Must be. Philadelphia, city of
I can
brotherly
show
love.
you the way.
Follow
the guide.
One who feeds on his brother.
Have you seen what you needed to see?
Don't be an ass.
Is this the path you desired? Consider the strands that came before. Consider the strands that lie ahead. Consider whom you allowed to become entangled in those strands. Consider the choices.
Yeah, exactly. I can assure you that I agree completely that it is clear the guide was talking out of his ass. I hadn't thought of that. Kind of wish I had. Damn you. Okay.
I
I'm
have
done.
something for us, but you must act quickly. An Ixian freighter lost contact with the spaceport at Arakeen on its descent from the Highliner. I don't know what it's carrying, but it's a safe bet that the command deck will carry the Ixian decoder technology we need. The problem is that Ixian tech is rare and valuable, so you'd better get there before the wreck is picked clean by scavengers. You'll know it by its name, the Hephaestus. I guess that makes you Prometheus in this story.
What do we got left? Shadrath's stillsuit mask. Poison mist. I've already got the sword and I think it's 2 of the blueprints. We'll deconstruct. Okay, what was the other thing that's not showing up? Oh, the Paranoid's ultimate shield. That's right. Let's see. 6 and 104 versus 0.6 and 104. Gee, let me think. They appear to be absolutely 100% identical. Increased durability. It says it has increased durability. The stats are the same. If the durability is better, the durability is better. We'll use it. Set that aside. That ain't all my money. That's right. Well, not all of my money, obviously. But way too freaking much. Alright, the wreck of the Hephaestus. Oh, I bet that's one of the ones that's on the world map. A sign from above. My work with Fenring must be on hold to head off to the wreck of the Hephaestus. Just picked up the game last night, and the servers came down for maintenance about an hour into playing. Welcome to the internet. Kind of sucks, doesn't it? Sometimes. Well, I hope you enjoy it. I've been enjoying the heck out of it. Doesn't appear that this is on the map. So it must be, in fact, the first of the missions that I have to fly to. Have I got everything I need? I think so. Fuel's fine. Yeah, everything's okay. I hope you enjoy the game. I think if you enjoy the survival crafting genre, you probably will. It certainly has a compelling Dune feel to it, that's for sure. At least in my opinion. And into the world map. The wreck of the Hephaestus. So this is the first one of these I've been to. Survival game playlist consists of DayZ, Ark, and Once Human. You'll find a lot of Once Human in it, too. At least I think so. That's water. Also, if you ever played The Division, there's a good amount of The Division in it. Pardon the yawn. But if you played Once Human, a lot of it is going to feel, you know, comparable. Wreck of the Hephaestus. Ixian frigate. Got a thing in my nose. I mean, normally the only thing I have in my nose is my finger. Is that Fade Ralpha?
Oh, there. It seems this poor bastard has some metal lodged in his throat. Nothing to be done about it, of course. Unless you're a sick doctor, which I'm fairly certain you are not.
You're right, I'm no souk doctor.
Yes. Quite the opposite, in fact. You have the look of a degenerate killer about you.
Oh, flattery will get you everywhere.
As it were. It just so happens I'm in need of a degenerate killer.
Not interested. I have my own mission here.
Don't be modest. We haven't the time. The smoke from this wreckage is already visible across 3 sectors. By sunset, this wreck will be crawling with scavengers of every stripe, out from their hidey holes to pick the bones clean. You and I must complete our rescue before that swarm arrives.
Rescue?
While the ship released a brief distress call in the minutes before impact, there was a second, discreet call on an encrypted frequency. A frequency reserved for the Regis Familia, which puts me in a bit of a bind. I'm highborn, and while I was merely passing through, I am honor bound to investigate any distress call transmitted on a noble frequency.
Why would I be interested in rescuing some stuck-up nobleborn?
I don't expect you to
stuck-up
understand,
nobleborn.
gutter-born as you surely are. But understand this. As the sole ranking Imperial subject of the First Order, I am fully empowered to compel your assistance on this mission. You will help me find and extricate the highborn passenger behind the distress call. Unless you question my authority, in which case you might find some metal lodged in your throat.
I don't like being threatened, and I don't have time. I have my own business here.
Normally I'd kill you for the insult, but since I need your assistance, I help you find what you need,
That's a
and you
deal.
help me save the highborn.
I'm looking for an Ixian decoder.
Well, luckily for you, we're on a cargo ship positively laden with advanced technological wonders. We'll find your decoder and my highborn and abscond with our spoils before the rabble of the desert shows up. Deal?
Deal.
Excellent. Our first order of business is to gain access to the hold. This helpful fellow suggested our distress call might have originated there.
I was thoughtful of him.
It's not unheard of for highborns to travel incognito using old cargo containers, usually refurbished with luxury appointments. The ship's hold will most assuredly be protected by a pentashield. The Ixians are randy for security. You will
Randy
need
for
to find
security.
a
That's an
key.
interesting term.
I will endeavor to locate the cargo manifest so that we may ascertain exactly which container we are looking for. And that thing you want, of course. I'll stay in contact over the net. Kill anything that moves.
Way ahead of you. I assume excluding yourself? Alright, again. We don our fighting gear. Well, that didn't go much anywhere. Character control feels a bit like The Division, but once human does also. That statement, you assume you'd recommend a set for combat and a set for exploration. Yeah, once you get both, it's worth keeping both. One other thing, if you've already created your character, you probably don't want to create as a trooper, because the other class is getting access to the trooper quite early. And therefore there's no advantage in starting with trooper. Swordsman, good choice. My character is a swordsman. Wait, what did I just pick up? Oh. I don't need a whole shitload of that, that's for sure. Oh, we have a box with a little bit of goodies in it. Well, I'm never one to say no to goodies. No other way out of here, it seems like. Alright, what did I miss in here then? A swordsman, that means, I believe that you're a gardener?
You're going to have to engage and secure the hold. An easy bit of murder for a killer like you. The Suboids are but brain-addled laborers with no aptitude for combat. And they are light sensitive.
Also, as you can see, the scanner has a use. Initially, you use the scanner like once, and then... Oh, pay no attention to it, but it turns out it's actually quite useful. As it will pick out sources of water, and that will include humans. Somebody's noisy. Okay, can't open that up. No. Just curious, it sounds like they're in there, and I thought I'd be able to cut them open. But evidently that's... Well, let's go more. We can try over here. Ah, this one is...
What are you doing? The Suboids are gonna kill us all!
Calm down, I've dealt with the Suboids, which I guess are like lesser Ixian critters.
Those were just the ones outside! They want revenge, they'll be coming after us!
Take a deep breath, tell me who you are.
I'm just crew. My name is Suf Rondi. This is my third voyage on the Hephaestus.
Tell me about the Suboids or
They just-
Suboids.
Went insane. Started attacking us all. The captain sealed off the bridge and warned the rest of us to get to safety. At first we could stay in the lights, avoid them, but they got into the engines somehow and the ship crashed. And the lights went out. After that, it was just screams in the darkness. I hid in here to wait for rescue. But that's not why you're here, is it?
How do I get into the cargo hold?
There's an eye scanner attached to the pentashield. If you've got authorization, it unlocks the pentashield.
Do you have authorization?
Well, yes, No, I'm not going out there. Besides, if you killed the Suboids in here, the others will be trapped on the other side.
You can either come with me to the door, or your eye can come without you.
No, you wouldn't! Leave me alone!
At that point, I say, okay, I'll come. Walk it off. You've got another one. Oh, I hope this was the eye that they need. Otherwise, I'll be back.
Messy business removing an eye. Of course, Chome makes a little vacuumy tool to perfectly pop one out while simultaneously cauterizing the hole. I've been meaning to get one, but somehow without the knife, it feels like the fun would be lost. And I'm glad I was right about you, my degenerate killer.
All right. Got one in the distance, I think, over on the right. Okay, that's not breakable. Fungible. An iodine pill. I need one of those. Oh, that's not going to be helpful at all, is it? I saw you scampering around.
I'm in the ship's power center. The emergency power is holding. Perhaps I can relay power to the lights in the cargo area. Try not to die until I solve this bit of
It might be
technical
smart to be
tomfoolery.
turning on my shields.
Something.
A lot of these suboids or suboids, whatever. Oh, little jerk.
That was the engines.
Got any more of my friends coming? Looks like one more. Gonna jump down. He is. Hi. Oh.
Almost have it.
Keep coming.
Almost have it.
Ow! Not good. Not good.
And on the seventh day, the Na Baron said, "Let there be light."
Not Baron. It is
That was
Fade
taxing. Now, you're going to have to locate the mechanism to move the containers around.
Mechanism to move the containers around. Okay, so I guess that's not the mechanism. That's like, well, that's the mechanism, but not the controls. I'm gonna guess the controls are over there, because they're glowing blue.
When pushed, I will, for the most part, admit the Ixian technology is reliable. So, you're looking for an Ixian decoder on an Ixian shipwreck, which makes sense. But what I'm curious about is what you want to decode. Don't worry. Like most things, the mystery of your purpose here is probably beneath my notice. Still, I have to wonder who tipped you off about this shipwreck and how you got here so fast.
Another phone call
Don't
from
worry,
a scammer
though.
or
We can have a
spammer.
thorough discussion about it
going to mute.
after we've rescued the princess and salvaged your Ixian decoder.
They hung up. They don't like my message. Good. I'm not nuts about the you can't see a goddamn thing environments. And let's face it, our personal light mostly just blinds us. What the fuck? Radiation buildup. He didn't say anything about that. No radiation yet. Oh. Yeah, radiation. All right. Don't want the fucking scrap metal. Radiation level still at 1.
Oh, the layout of this frigate is maddening. We're looking for container HH40236.
Doesn't look like we've got radiation now. No. Freaking hate it. Alright, scout armor, yes. They messed with my inventory all over the place. What piece of freaking armor am I missing? There it is. here?
Describe what you see. Leave nothing out.
Describe the Orange Catholic
An
Bible.
Orange Catholic Bible. What's that passage again? Beware the seeds you sow and the crops you reap. Do not curse God for the punishment you inflict upon yourself.
Communinet device and its frequency. Bene Gesserit. Bene Gesserit, sorry. Sister.
That's Bene Gesserit garb.
I've heard it pronounced both
So
ways.
our trapped noble was a Bene Gesserit.
Describe the Communinet device and its frequency.
And a Communinet console set to an Atreides frequency. Looking at the system files, it seems the remaining Ixians and our Bene Gesserit noble have barricaded themselves in the bridge. Oh, and there's a mass of Suboids trying to get in. We had better hurry. I'll meet you there. I must admit something to you. I'm afraid I haven't been entirely candid about our mission. Neither my presence here nor the identity of our rescue subject are as random as I might have first let on.
It's Ariste.
A Bene Gesserit sister, a noble with highly placed Atreides contacts, returning in secret from Warlock 9, home of the Bene Gesserit Mother School. I do believe my errant princess has come home at last.
And of course I managed to set myself on fire, because we don't really have that much choice in our movement. Combat. Great fun. When I say great fun, yeah, I didn't mean it. Stopped to have a nice drink. It's water, sadly. Up. I'm gonna guess up. Ow. I have no idea if I'm going the right way. I assume I am, but I do not know that. The treasure chests imply that yes, I'm supposed to go this way. Figured we'd try out the drill shot a little bit. It wasn't obvious that first guy had a shield until he didn't, like, die. It was just a little bit better lit. I would really like these environments. I would find them very, very cool. But mostly you can't see shit. It's just not as much fun as being able to see cool stuff. Okay, can't burn that one. This looks like the bridge, but I guess that's the bridge. Maybe. It's a recipe for crafting a chem light. Yeah, there is basically a glow stick. Later on, you will get what amounts to a personal flashlight.
Officer clearance.
But in this environment, it's useless. It turns everything into
Fortunately, the captain decided to remain with the ship.
fog that you can't see very well. Certainly not in any kind of distance.
He wasn't using it anymore. There are more in here than I expected. More than should reasonably fit, in fact. Well, that's not a positive development.
Well, you locked me
Try to
out.
switch the lights on.
Try to switch the lights on. Sure, that'll be easy, right?
These fight with unexpected ferocity.
Move the fuse capacitor. Is that like the flux capacitor? No, I guess it's still here. Not seeing it. Oh, 21 meters away. That's not here. Oh. Maybe we go here? Maybe we don't. Where we came in. Doubt they'd send us back the same way, so probably over here. Somewhere. Anywhere.
Any time now.
I'm working on it. I'll have a little water. You know, I get parched. God, again? It would be really, really nice to get some sort of actual warning. Let's rearrange everything so I can hope to find stuff when I get back to my freaking body. Where's my fucking body? Oh, come on. It's not showing up on the map. Why it's not showing up on the map, I have no goddamn clue. Should be here. There it is. Doesn't say any radiation there at all. So, no idea what the hell that is. God, quit picking up that fucking shit. God. Are we in the right place yet? No, over 22 meters and above.
Feel free to join in.
I've been killing him out here, Fade. What the hell do you want from me? Where am I going now? There. I got another one of these things. We'd like to find the Ixian decoder.
Plenty to go around.
Bad. Oh my god, he fucking one-shotted me. Son of a bitch. God. Some of the stuff in the game is beyond infuriating. It is just so frustrating. And now I've activated my prescience, so that's going to be wasted. Oh, come on. Now the radiation deaths have got me so uneasy that I don't want to put on my armor again. Okay, now it's clear. I just needed to kill the last one of them because, of course, that was all.
Hail the conquering hero. Hello?
Now you got to
Safe
play.
come out now?
You died to a worm in the storm
The
and got shot to death by
enemy is
bandits or whatever they were in the camp.
For day one.
I didn't get wormed until a couple of days ago, and I did it
When
intentionally.
one sends out a distress call, the least one could do is stay around to be rescued.
Search for the Ixian decoder on the bridge.
Well, she's clearly not here. My sources were either wrong or just unreliable. Though the distress signal was real enough, apparently my princess.
Oh, the Galassian girls will do it for pearls, and the Arakeen for water. But if you desire dames like consuming flames, try a Caledonian daughter.
Gurney Halleck.
Do I have the honor of addressing Fade Rotha? I was watching you on the Transeye, boy. When the Suboids ran wild, we suspected Harkonnen interference. So I laid a little trap of my own.
Where is the girl?
Oh, you fool. The ship was carrying a different cargo. She was never even here. And she doesn't belong to you.
The betrothal remains, Halleck. A signed and sealed agreement. Or do the Atreides no longer keep their word?
Oh, to the letter, Harkonnen. But unlike my Lord Duke, I've seen the slave pits of Gedi Prime. Atreides don't sell Atreides.
You'd stand against the will of the Sisterhood.
I won't need to. No groom, no wedding. I have triggered the explosives that I attached to the fuel chamber.
Thank you for letting us know, Gurney.
You have moments to live. Goodbye.
Also, Gurney didn't have big sideburns. He had a scar along his...
The storm outside must be
His
interfering
jaw.
with the detonation signal, which buys us time to escape.
from a Harkonnen
Not much time.
ink find.
Can you hear me? Hello? The wreck is not safe. Gurney Halleck has laid a trap.
Yeah, we're aware.
He's going to blow it up. Get out of there.
So my problem with my deaths were I died to radiation, and I died to wearing the radiation suit.
Another time then, my degenerate killer.
So 2 deaths to something I couldn't see and didn't notice. How do I get out? Escape the bridge. How the fuck am I supposed to escape the bridge? Zoom presumably these openings will lead me to where I need to go. So, a death from something I couldn't realistically see twice because I wasn't really notified that it was coming. And then because of fear of that, I wasn't wearing armor. I was wearing the freaking reds. 3 deaths to the same stupidity. And I don't really think any of those were my fault. That's what bugs me. Not dying when I do something dumb. Because that's going to happen. I get mad at me, not the game. When I die unfairly, I don't take that well. Back to the Haga Basin. I talk about fair and unfair gameplay mechanics. And I hate unfair ones. I hate them. A good example of that being in Guild Wars 2. There's a mob in Heart of Thorns that I think is grossly unfair. Most mobs in Guild Wars 2, they hit you, they reduce your health to 0, you are down. You can do something to try and get back up. But these mobs, they lay a line of damage over time, and it does an enormous amount of damage, and it basically instantly downs you and then kills you as well. And it's just not fair. Those deaths were not fair. This has been my TED Talk. Also a prolonged whine. Reach a safe distance from the wreck. Well, I think I did that. I don't know. Give me credit for that? Am I going to get credit?
Are you there? Did you make it out? Cool, hot. I swear, Gurney is going to go too far one day. My father will have to bring him to heel. My father... I should have mentioned who he was. Duke Leto Atreides, the Red Duke.
No, the Harkonnens call him that.
You're not Harkonnen, are you? Actually, don't tell me. It doesn't matter. Let's just focus on decoding this film. I can't meet you right now. My parents, mostly my mother, are watching me very closely. They weren't impressed by my brush with the Masquerade. Keep the decoder safe, and I'll meet you as soon as I can. And keep your net open. And stay away from strangers. Gurney always says you can judge a person by the company they keep.
You're kind of a stranger. You know that.
Hello, kitten. Did you miss me? Fenring has sent me some new names. Come and see me in Harco Village and we can discuss the details. See you soon.
All right. Let's repair the wear and tear on our air vehicle. Fuel it back up. All right, we want to keep that one on us so that the next time we go out, Fade's takedown blade. Somehow I doubt it does as much damage as what I'm using. Battlefield 6 going to be updated? I have no idea. I haven't played a Battlefield game in a long, long time. Let's just go with that. a very long time indeed. Oh, we didn't want to deposit that. God damn it. Yeah, that's fine. Split off 3,200, which is my default number to keep on me, so to speak. Fade's Blade. 53.3 or 110. Yeah, I'll keep the one that does twice as much damage. Thanks, Fade. Alright, we got everything. Yeah, we got everything. Alright. I don't have the silicone blocks. That's a little surprising. Don't suppose I've got the makings for them. Nope. Do remind you of the Star Trek game style graphic. Which Star Trek game? The only Star Trek game I'm familiar with is Star Trek Online, and while the spaceships look great, the rest of the game stuff is pretty low res. Alright, what do we got? We've got to go back to her. Is that the only thing we've got going right now? Looks like it, alright. We're back to Harko Village. An arm and a leg for a mod that made Fade Routher look like Sting. I will kill him! Harko Village. Interesting. They leave the wreck of the Hephaestus as something you could conceivably get back to. I guess you're allowed to rerun it, because that was so much fun. I should have grabbed the money and paid the freaking taxes. I just finished reading God Emperor of Dune today. I haven't read that one for years. Same with Messiah and Children. I hadn't read those for years either. I just got the last two that Frank Herbert wrote. Heretics and Chapter House. Pardon the yawn. Alright, she's gonna call me kitten again. You know, I do find annoying when they write a character and they choose to give them a quirk instead of giving them a personality. Like her calling me kitten all the time.
Oh, look, the kitten is back. Do we have business? Oh, very good, kitten. Fenring is pleased that you are becoming so comfortable with the Assassin's Handbook. I have another task for you.
Who are those people you sent me to kill? They said some strange things.
You spoke to them? That's not how assassination is supposed to work, kitten.
Stop calling me kitten.
It seems that the water shippers have some new blood. One of their members rose from relative obscurity to become their wealthiest member. His methods have been efficient and brutal. Normally something to be admired, kitten, but the water shippers cannot afford to be unstable right now. So, another vial of poison, to be distributed in the water supply of this water shipper. The act of poisoning through drink is Chowmarky. What do you say, kitten? Shall we drink a toast to his demise? Not so fast, kitten. This time you'll be needing some help. This water shipper keeps his mansion well guarded, almost impenetrable. I mean me, kitten. I'll just purr along in your ear as you stumble through it all. Now listen, the water shipper keeps his estate very well guarded. Which means stealth is the only way in. Luckily, I once again have a man on the inside. It'll be terribly exciting for all of us. But never fear, kitten. I'll be here to guide you.
No, she called me kitten occasionally. That would be different, but basically every other sentence.
Then go, kitten. Show them your claws.
It becomes just a stupid affectation by a writer who can't actually give a character. Fat Buddy has resubscribed tier 2. Dude, seriously. For 68 months. That is 5 2/3 years. Thank you, Fat Body. As always, the tier 2 in particular is overly generous, but thank you. Hope the week's going okay, and hopefully you get Friday off. Friday, you took Monday? Excellent choice. I approve of that. I was always a big one for turning 3-day weekends into 4-day weekends, or longer, if possible. An assassin's rifle? An assassin's rifle? That's not as good as the one I got. And I paid $1,000 for it, not $80,000. Fuel. Pardon the yawn. Goddamn. resources. Well, we're finally starting to see some things priced at a price that somebody might actually pay. "68 months in a row." Or in a row? 68 months. Not sure if it's in a row. Probably. Back to Haga. Since we need some silicon cone blocks, silicon blocks, whichever. I'll try entering this one. See if it's closer. The segments around the world map are indicative of where you enter the map from. So in some cases, it can be faster to go off the map and then back in. The Haga South. In this case, now that I know where it is, not closer. About 1,500 meters from the due east. 3 o'clock entry point, let's say. That right there, down there, is what I need. I need more silicone. That is flour sand. Ooh, we are in danger of running out of energy. Okay, so a couple things I'm going to need to do then. I'm going to need to get more fuel cells. Suppose we've... Yeah. And we're going to need to also get the flour sand. Unfortunately, it's daytime. How close are we to night? Okay, I'm gonna run laps then. I'm gonna run a lap around the big rock here, and we're looking for fuel cell crates, like the thing I just ran into, that I was looking for and not seeing because it was absolutely right in front of me. My fault. That's a good start. Murdered by pirates is good. That's a movie quote. It's an older movie, but it's well enough known. Someone may be able to, That was a spice blow, I believe. Someone out there may be able to figure out where that quote is from. It is an older movie, but it's pretty well known. Quote again. Murdered by pirates is good. Time's up. Pencils down. The line is delivered by Fred Savage to Peter Falk. After Peter Falk says that Wesley was killed by pirates in The Princess Bride. He didn't want a kissing book. So opposed to a kissing book, murder by pirates is good. That is salvage. Yeah. And generally, if I'm running laps around, I think that what we get usually is 2 big boxes, 2 crates of fuel cells. But they do rearrange stuff with the update when they hit us with the Coriolis storm. Monday night, Tuesday morning. Drop these off and give ourselves let's refuel the generators. 5 days and 16 hours. The sun is going to be going down in a couple of minutes. We'll wait for the sun to go down. Don't let the sun go down on me. That's a musical reference. One of the reasons I was so confused about my bills, my tax bills, one second. Sometimes, for no good reason, my mouse freaks out. and starts blinking and everything, because so many of... I should do it. Nope, did not do it. So many USB devices, especially the ones that they make for gamers, they have, you know, LEDs. Why? And the software that controls mice and keyboards is universally terrible. It's still not working. Why? Why do you hate my free... There we go. All right, there we go. You know, this is a sub-FIF console, not the advanced sub-FIF. So this is smaller than the advanced one, which means I don't have to pay taxes on it, theoretically. For quick getaways, always bring your vehicle. What was that? God. Time to go. He's coming. Halud. 380 meters away. Is he still got his head poking up above? Is he just sitting over there sulking? Shilud's a big baby. Spice blow, and it sounded close. I think it was spice blow. That goes back into the 4 spot. That goes back into the 7 spot. And that'll make like 125 silicon blocks, I think. I think it's 4 per. The moon is rising. Just coast our way off the map border and enter in the very due north, and that puts us 350 meters away from our second base. I ran into the edge of the world. You know, things happen like that all the time. Happens in the real world too. You know, you're in your ornithopter and you run into an invisible end of the world map border. It happens to all of us. I made that up. You can't really believe anything I say. Especially that last sentence. Does sound legit. Huh? You know what's important? Sincerity. You have to be sincere, especially when you don't mean it. And here we are. $340 meters. Honey, I'm home. Let's make that silicone. Silicon? Should be silicon because sand is, generally speaking, silicon dioxide. But I think they say silicone, which doesn't make any sense because that's what they put in boobies when you have a boob job. Is silicone, or at least it used to be. Not sure, they may have changed. We're going to make 100 silicone blocks. It's 5 per, not 4 per, I thought. And what is our status here? 3 days, 8 hours. Alright, well, that's a little less than I would like, so we'll get in our buggy. We'll deposit all of our water. We also have blood to deposit. I'd forgotten about that. Since it's nighttime, we'll probably be able to harvest some water from the plants. What we're looking for is, I think I've got fuel cells actually. I occasionally think. Sometimes it doesn't work, but I try. That's right, they have changed. Swap over. There were 3 aluminum nodes here until yesterday. That was a quick 1,500 milliliters. And this is like a bad time for harvesting. Oh, right. What we're looking for is more fuel cells. But I think I do actually have some set aside. I'm not positive, so we'll look for it anyway. Supposedly they're going to give us a hotkey to swap from driving to shooting the beams. Oh, look, more water flowers. Pardon me, I must suck. Sometimes the guys, just gotta suck. That sounded like another blow. No place obvious, in line of sight anyway. Water plants over here. That should get us pretty close to filling up our decalator. Yeah, we're almost there. And this will finish it out. There we go. Got the water. Next, we would like to see if we can get that. Would be an example of what we're trying to get. $489 fuel cells. That's a lot. That's 489 hours worth of one generator. Nice if we can add one more, but not a big deal. We'll take sort of a roundabout trip back to home base. See if we can't scare up another batch of fuel cells. What do you know? We can. Am I hitting? Yeah, I'm hitting. Alright. That will do. That's all we need. We can turn some of them into lubricant for our wind generators. The rest can be thrown into the regular generators we still have. While we're here, we'll just go ahead and grab this last aluminum. Aluminium if you're British. So nice they got rid of that, I don't want to say bug, that little glitch where it used to be they wouldn't want to let your vehicle, your buggy in without bouncing it basically upside down. That thing's almost full. Buggy. Now it is full. Yeah, we'd have plenty. I didn't realize how many we had. All right. Buggy. Bring that back. Put that in. That in. We have Space? Who's got space? Pretty much nobody. Nobody's got space. It is the final frontier. Fine. We'll make something. Where is it? Did I put it away? I must have put it away. Yeah, we didn't want to actually put that in there, or whatever that was. Oh, yeah, the heavy darts. Kind of need those. I hear good things about ammunition for your weaponry. See. Sorry to talk about another game. No, that's no problem. Just sold Mystic Coins for over 2 gold each. You've had those on there forever at that price. I financed the precursor for Twilight by selling at just about peak. I sold 250 at 2.5 gold each. Mystic Coins. For 625 gold, less the discount. Or less their cut to 15%. So that was like 90 plus. So it was like 525, and that allowed me to then buy the precursor for Twilight. I have over 1,000 of them right now. Not sure how many. But yeah, they're back over 2 gold for a long time. They were down to what? 1.5 gold? Maybe even just 1? I'm not sure. Logged in, got 500 gold. Surprise! What'd you have, 2 stacks? Nice. Drop that in there. Okay, I know I've got lubricant in here somewhere. Don't say it. I made a bunch. Is it auto-depositing? Maybe that's it. Let's check and see how much lubricant our wind generators have. $135, so that is, I think, 135 hours. Yeah, 5 days, 15 hours. The other guy have the same? He should, he does. Okay. Good, those are both good for 5+ days. Right? And the regular generators... Let's grab... Oof. 422 of them. 5. How about 80 in each? So now they're all about 5 days too. Alright. 7 days. They're all up to about 7 days. Alright, cool. This makes 5 lubricant each. We're going to need more silicon blocks. But that's for another day. I think I'm going to call it here for the evening. As always, I want to thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you, as always, Fat Body, for the sub. Thank you. I should be back tomorrow, usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, morning in Asia, Australia, and New Zealand with more of this. Maybe some more stuff in the storyline. Not sure. Play it by ear. And then Friday for the 4th of July, American Independence Day, I'll be enjoying adult leisure beverages, but instead of my usual, which is vanilla vodka, on the rocks, splash of cream, root beer, it'll be vanilla vodka, on the rocks, root beer, and a spoonful of actual ice cream. Yes, not just cream, but actual ice cream. It's the first time I've bought ice cream in probably 20 years. Bought? I said bought. Bought. Botified. Botulated? No, that's not good. Anyway, so those are my plans for the next couple of days. I will be back tomorrow, and hopefully you'll see me soon. Have a great rest of your Wednesday evening, Thursday morning. I'll be back tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. Jesus.